What on, bro?
How you doing, my G?
I'm nice, my dog. How you doing, bro?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. How are you?
I'm crazy, man. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm alive.
How's the lockdown been, bro?
Yo, man, the lockdown been crazy. I caught this corona at some point, man. Um,
Oh,
yeah, then I had to, find my way out of it, and that was an experience and a half. I was about to say, dog, like it's the first time I saw your eyes right there. Like you always got your glasses on, man. Like I was about to say, like we're probably about to see Spinall's eyes for the first time.
yo, because the eyes be telling too much, man. Sleepless nights. Always
Yeah.
look. I rushed in because I was almost getting late, and there was traffic, so I was rushing to come here so I can, do it in a quiet ambience.
Yeah.
We can have a lovely chat. So the highs reveals too much, man. Sleepless nights. The highs just tells too much story, and some of them are horror movies, man. I don't want nobody seeing no horrors, man.
Man, did he call them the money eyes, man? You know, if you're grinding and you're getting it, I will sleep on the flights, man.
Crazy. It's
Sleep as
crazy.
you.
How have you been?
Yo, man, I'm great, bro. How you been holding up though? You know, Grace is out.
Yo, funny enough, I was just talking about coming to South Africa again because my visa has expired, and fucking hell, you need to go renew visas. I'm tired of taking visas, man. I'm
Yeah.
tired, man. Every time I want to go out to an African country, you need visa, man. In
Mm.
Africa, fucking hell, like, why? Why do
Yeah.
we need visas, man?
Yeah. It just
Don't
doesn't
make
add up.
sense. I'm going
Yeah.
to. It doesn't make sense. They claim African unity, African Union, and you still need a visa. South Africans can go to Ghana without visas. Are you aware of that?
No, I remember reading the
You can come
story.
to Nigeria. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, when you come to Nigeria, you
It
gotta
shouldn't
get
be
your
that.
visa. It shouldn't be that way, man. Like, but being colonized for so long, people ended up believing that should be the reality. And I guess we now being in the positions where we are, hopefully we can bring change, because change is needed, bro.
Yeah, but we need to change. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know, the leaders, man, we are not lucky, man, in this part of the continent in
Mm.
terms of who's pushing the affairs of every basic African youth out there. These guys up there, they don't think like youth. They don't even recognize that the youths are doing something amazing. They're still in their world that, and it's affecting. You can see the policies they're making. Like the entertainment industry is the best thing that has happened to African country in the longest time.
Yep.
Both from South Africa, both from Nigeria, both in Ghana, in Tanzania. The only good news coming out of Africa in a long time is what? Is the music, bruv. And now the entertainers have been shut down, businesses are not running, clubs are not open, but the government is not thinking of what can they do for these young people so that they continue, because they rely solely on these things that we do for a living. All they think about is people that work in banks in 9 to 5. They don't even know the amount of money people like you and I contribute to the GDP of the country every year. They don't know. They think the clubs is just for people to go have fun. They forget that the club actually is an organization that has staffs who feeds family. They have people who do different stuff in different regions, DJs, the managers, the engineers, the lights guys, the ladies serving the drinks. Like, there's a whole team. You cancel this thing because of a virus, but you tell people that work at the banks they can go into work but wear a mask, but people can't go to club. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. Look, I just feel like hopefully in the future we'll get real leaders, real young, vibrant leaders who can think out of the box, because all African leaders, I'm disappointed in all of them, bro. All of them, man. None of them
Yeah.
impress me.
And the thing is that when you look at all these African leaders, bro, like they're all super old and they don't want to let go of power. You look at what happened in Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, like mans don't want to let go of the power. I don't know why. They just don't want to let us as young people lead us into the future.
doesn't make any sense. What am I doing at a fucking 70 or I mean sometimes I don't even want to talk about age, but I want to talk about how long you've been there.
Yep.
Not even age. It's not about, oh, is you're old, you're young. No. But how long have you been there? You want to die there, bruv. It's not a kingship. No, this is not that. This is like you work for people. It's not a place where you're supposed to die. It's a service. You serve from a period of 4 years. Just leave. 8 years, okay, if they want you back. But anything outside of that, come on, man. There can't be progress. They can't. You work here today, tomorrow you gotta work somewhere else, even as a man. You cannot work at the same establishment all your life. There's no growth in that. You know, so I don't know how we're gonna get out of this mess in Africa, but I'm praying and I'm wishing that more young people, we can't always ignore the politics and be like, oh, no, we have to talk about it. We have to be involved. If not, we're not gonna see the change we dream of. I mean, it's not even for us anymore because I'm looking at it like Africa is not changing in like 20 years time. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I don't see the things in motion that's supposed to give me results in 20 years. Do you understand? I'm looking at you. You're going to be there for another 4 years. Okay. Who's going to come after you is going to do a hell of a job. And let's pray he's able to do a hell of a job for us to start seeing results because, you know, building anything takes time. And people see DJ Sabby today, they think you just started doing this thing yesterday. That's why you're dog. You know, they see Spinall today, they think, he just come out, just shoot the video. Nah, this thing is not a race. It's a long ass journey, and you know, I'm praying that young people get involved. You know,
and as a DJ who's traveled the world and you've been spinning all these jams to make people feel happy, and the conversations and the interactions that you have with some of the biggest names in the continent, would you say we are now being paid the right price, or do you still feel like they look at Africa and try to negotiate our worth?
No, we're not being paid the right figures yet. No, we're not there yet. We're not there.
This is crazy. Like, you know, when I'm here in South Africa, then I look at, because let me tell you why I'm asking this question, bro. It's like when I'm in South Africa and I look at a company like MTN, for example, and I read how much MTN is paying, you know, artists in Nigeria for endorsement deals, and then you look at the bags artists are getting in South Africa. I'm like, Nigeria has figured it out. The same way Nigeria looks at South Africa and says when it comes to structure for within the music industry, we figured it out. I'm like, when you read someone signing a check for $100,000 or $150,000 for an endorsement fee, you're like, it's not bad. But it's rare to see artists getting that kind of bags here in SA.
Nobody gets paid. I think nobody gets paid what they deserve.
Yeah.
I think people get paid what their brand power says. Don't get paid for their hard work. People get paid for their brand power, and that's the part of the business that drives everybody nuts. That's the part of the business I don't know how to do. That's the part of the business that to find somebody who can help you navigate that shallow waters, it's gonna take a miracle. Because there are a lot of, you know, unrealistic set of people out there and all kinds of crazy people in the music business that makes this tough. But on the flip side, it also brings us back to the conversation of we have to work on ourselves. You know, half of the time we know we have talent, but we don't. You know, the world has changed from just having talent. You need to have you need to have what's it called? More than a talent. You know, you need to be very, very, very strong in terms of your brand power. You need to also be very articulated with your perseverance, your patience, your, you know, just distinctive things that are out of just being hardworking and being talented. There are a lot of things more than hardworking and being talented. There are a whole lot of other unspoken conversations that are around it, like networking. You know, networking is very underplayed
That's
in
major
terms
key.
of, yes, a lot of people do not network. People make one big song and they think, oh yes, I'm the shit. No, you're not the shit. That's just one. Your ability to make hits after hits after hits after hits is what makes you a star. So the thing now is when niggas have one records and they don't want to you don't network. You gotta network. People gotta know you. That's why I'm here. That's why you see me there. That's why I'm trying to build with this. I'm trying to work with Ghanaians. I'm trying to work with South Africans. I'm trying to work with everybody because we all need ourselves. You know, I mean, Whiskey didn't have to work with Burna Boy. Burna Boy didn't have to work with Whiskey, but they know the power of collaboration. It makes the music even more interesting. It makes the conversation even more deeper. So I'm making music, I'm putting Whiskey and Tiwa Savage on a record called This Love. I'm making music, I'm putting YC and Oxlade. I'm trying to do my Forisa and, you know, Focalistic. Like, that's how the vibe I expect to see in African music. I feel like we praise our single entity too much. We need to start working as a multi-entity, you know. We need to start working together more. Like, there's so much power in collaborations. That's all I do all my life. Collaborations, man. So much power in collaborations. We gotta work together, man. Somebody gotta play the bass. Somebody gotta play the drums. Somebody gotta play the arts. You know, it's a combination that makes something sound so good. So from production to the video to the distribution. So I'm a big fan of that.
You know, when you talk about collaborations, I still think West African DJs, especially, you guys have figured it out when it comes to the power of collaborations, the power of a song when it's done right, when you fully understand what the Ghanaians and the Nigerians wants to hear. Easily that could infiltrate into the South African market. Because I look at what, for example, Neptune was able to do with just that Nobody song. It was a song that he did like, 16 remixes. I look at what you did with the album Grace. I look at some of the collaborations and how many people are aware of you in different parts of the continent. But when I look at my fellow counterparts here in South Africa, I don't think we do much of that. What would you say is stopping most of the continental DJs to actually reach out to one another and create music with artists?
It's a lot of things. I might not be able to, I might not have the answers.
Yeah.
But from the leads that I know it's a lot of things. I know that first and foremost, we just need to change what we think we know about how to make music.
Sure.
We just need to unlearn whatever we've been told that, oh, you cannot have a big song because you're not from there. Michael Jackson is not from Lagos.
Bro.
Beyonce is not from here. They won't know who you are. That's a bloody lie. Kona was a big hit worldwide.
Yeah.
Kona with Mafiki Zolo was such a big jam. Amapiano has taken all over the world.
Yeah.
If anybody out there still think, Amapiano is for the ghetto, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a global stride. Nigerians have basically stolen Amapiano and they're making so much hits out of it.
Yeah.
We have hijacked it from you guys like, oh my God, my South African brother, big. Let's take it forward, That's the culture that I want to see. South Africans need to emulate Nigerians and stop thinking that, oh, it's my world, it's my thing alone. I gotta do my thing. I don't do their thing. They should not do my. Nah, that's not music, yo. That's like things you say about food. I can taste that. Oh, I understand that's food. Even with food, if you open your mind, you can recreate the food from South Africa and you will like it if you recreate it. Do you understand? We must learn to collaborate. We must learn to understand that this is music, man. It's bigger than all of us. We shouldn't, half of the time, artists try to, let their ego speak, or let, management tell them what is impossible. And, we come up with so much theories of how it can be done, instead of so much theories about how we can get our way to get it done. It is possible. It is possible. DJ Sabby features somebody in Nigeria and it's the biggest song in Africa. It's possible. It's possible somebody from South Africa walks to somebody in Angola and it's the biggest song in the world. It's possible. We just need to stop these ideologies of thinking that if you're not from a certain geographical region, your music won't pop. That's not true. We've gone past that era now. We've gone past that era. Like, anything that doesn't want to change will die automatically. It's not a joke. If you're constantly the person who's saying, oh, that's not my shit, bro, you're just gonna, I have a class, I have a discipline and whatnot. You must adapt to change. It's part of the human nature. You must just adapt to change. Amapiano is a beautiful sound from you guys. And the first day I heard it, I'm like, oh, this is a problem. The South Africans are back. They are back in business.
They are back in business.
That's what I was telling my guys. Yeah, that was what I was telling my guys in the studio. We were in this room. And I was like, guys, listen to this shit. They're like, what's this? This is fucking groovy. That is the Africa that I know. South Africans over the years, they've been doing too much of hip-hop. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's part of African music too. But we are not just rappers. We are more than rappers. We can do this. We can rap, we can sing, we can play. We can do it all. Let's stop trying to say this is what a South African song should sound like. No. We can do anything. The big are what? Black. And that is to tell us that they are Africans. Jay-Z, Nas, who else? All the biggest rappers in the world, they are black. All black people come from where? Africa. So we are rappers. We are all everything we want to do. We just need to understand that we can do this. It's okay for somebody else to do that, and stop putting us in a box of, Afrobeats. No. We can Afro rap, we can Afro swing, we can Afro R&B, we can do whatever. It's music. So when I heard Amapiano, I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna hit more. You know why? Because it's an original sound.
Yeah.
Anything original goes far. Anything original, anything that comes from the grassroots. Oh my God, don't stop. Anything that comes from locals. You see, the locals, the people that don't get a voice on the mic, the people that don't get interviewed, the things they like, they have a different level of power to the sounds. That's why a lot of people who see me hang out with people on the streets, I get so much inspirations from the streets, bro.
Man, like powerful statements there, man, and I think it's cool learnings to put out there for everyone to fully understand the potential that is out there for us as African creatives at the present moment. And when you say like us, trying out various sounds, like I remember having a conversation with an artist by the name of Caesar here in South Africa, and we were talking about how he is creating his own lane as easily one of the only South African artists that is exploring with Afrobeats. And one of my colleagues was saying that at what point does it stop being appropriation of culture? And then his answer was simply like, I'm African. And I want to know from you, at what point does it become appropriation of culture if maybe someone from Morocco or someone from Angola hears a South African artist, or maybe an artist that is not from their home country, and says, okay, cool, I hear what they're trying to say, the story they're trying to get across, or the message they're trying to get across, but at what point does it become appropriation of culture?
It becomes appropriation of culture. when you do a sound, let's say you're not from, let's say, of course, I'm not from South Africa, but I've jumped on the Amapiano wave, and I'm being asked what inspired me. All of a sudden, I lied. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh God, I was just in the studio and everything was just sweet. I just made this. Nah, that is appropriation of culture right there.
Yeah.
When you start to lie about your inspirations, you got to keep things true.
Yeah.
Keep things true, because you don't know how many people you will inspire for keeping things true. You might just mention the word South Africa and somebody goes ahead and research South Africa, and somebody finds out that, oh, there's so much mosquito issues in South Africa. Okay, how can I discover this and do this for South Africans? How can I take South Africa? You know, so many conversations can come out of that. So when we're doing sounds from somewhere else, I think it's important to, you know, give shout outs to where your inspiration is coming from. Also, it is also important to let people know that you know, shed more light on the music that inspired you, you know. And if you're Black, I think you can make music from any parts of the world. I can make anything if I want to.
Yeah.
I don't think of it as, because I'm gonna let you know that, oh, you inspired me. Oh, that inspired me. For instance, my caps, I get them from different African countries that I've been. You know, all Africans these caps. They just wear it in different styles.
And talking about being sincere and just being honest with yourself, bro. I was reading somewhere you were talking about how many international labels wanted to work with you on this Grace album, but the songs and the artists they wanted you to collaborate with, and there was a part where you were like, you had to ask yourself, where you're like, I've worked so hard to get to this level. Am I now at a point where I need to sell my soul to supposedly get to the next level?
So this is in my case, this is what happened. You know, the way people cast work with. I want to work with them, but the records you're saying yes to, I'm listening again after all my hard work and the years in the game, and I can't really, you know, nah. It's not that direction. This is not the sound we're making. Our sounds has always been very truthful, and truthful to the culture, truthful to the game, also taking inspirations from every part of the world. However, if those qualities and characteristics are missing, I'm not sure I want to be part of records like that. You know, I don't want to be part of records because I'm just looking for numbers. No, that's not why I chose the DJ in the first place. It wasn't because somebody was going to take me. Nah, I want to grow, no doubt. But a lot of artists here don't even know they're doing better than a lot of artists in different parts of the world. We just wanna get there overnight, and that might not happen. And that's okay. Just enjoy the heart and just live your life and do the best you can do to make the best amount of resources you can make, and that's okay. I feel like the record labels should stop seeing foreign artists as superior artists to African artists. We've gone past that stage. Afrobeats is not a joke. The music we're making is not something that needs support from. So they need to come here and see what we're doing. We've built all of this with no structure. We've done all of this with no financial aid, no bank loans. They need to come find out what we're doing and how we're doing it, and pay us the respect that we deserve. Enough of trying to play Afrobeats like, nah. Let's stop that systematic blunder of racism, or what, I don't know what to call it, but it doesn't make sense. So I want to work with Beyonce, no doubt. Done right, you know, it should be done with mutual respect for the heart. You don't have to respect me, but let's respect the heart we're creating, because when we're out of here, the heart is gonna be here, and it's gonna be here for life. So it's hard for me to work with artists who don't respect the art that they make.
You know, when you talk about consistency and getting to the point where you're at right now, I just think about the fact that Grace is, this is your 5th album, dog, and it's rare. It's rare for a Nigerian DJ. It's rare for a South African DJ to even get to album number 3. But to get to album number 5 is something else. And when I look at the track list, I look at the people you have on the album. These are homies. Some of them, you knew them before they popped. I'm sure it's the same story with World, Niniola. There's a couple of homies, you know, I'm just thinking of people that I know you've had relationships from a jump, and how you and Wizkid have been able to keep the synergy between the two of you guys going, for a very long time. What's the secret, if there's a secret, you know, managing relationships with artists when they reach their peak, when they go all the way to the bottom, and also being able to bring in the new energy, you know what I mean? Because that's what you have done with this album.
Thank you. To be sincere, I would say my biggest strength is just mutual respect for all the people I work with. And I've never been one of them DJs who are pretentious with what they do. I've never been that guy from time. It's always been the music that has been calling most of the shots for me. I don't have to be your best friend. We don't have to be best friends. But doesn't mean I have to now disagree on the kind of music you're making. If I don't talk to somebody, if I don't work with them, I cannot disagree. I can't lie with the music. It's the music for me. The music comes first. People might have whatever opinion they have of an artist, but be honest with yourself with the music. And so therefore, I don't pull egos ahead of the music. I don't pull brands, artists, class, race. I don't put all those things ahead of the music. It's the music first. If the music sounds good to me, I'll do it. If it doesn't sound good to me, I won't do it. Doesn't matter who you are. I'm sorry, man. It sounds good to you, you do it. If it sounds good to me, I'll do it. Sometimes we're in the studio and the artist will literally have to convince me about the records that we've just made that I wasn't feeling. And I'll be like, in that case, why don't we do this? And it doesn't matter if I'm from there or not. I just know how to do my job. Sabby, you will come here and kill the show because it's what you do.
Yeah,
so
be the crowd.
It's because we have the ears of the crowd. We know the crowd. We know the time where they want to dance. We know when they don't want to dance. We know how to make them even say good night and go home without saying, oh, party's over, bye-bye. No.
Yeah.
We know the records to play to increase the temperature of the room, to bring the energy down, to make it a sing-along vibe. Is what we do. So when I'm making these records, I'm not throwing those DJ skills away.
Yeah. Are there any artists who disappointed you with this album? Maybe they were supposed to be on the album. They missed sessions, they missed deadlines, they didn't send verses on time. Any acts with this album? Grace.
Sean Paul was supposed to be on that album, but we couldn't get his records cleared in time. Davido also was supposed to be on the album. A sick record. Oh my God.
I was going to ask you about you and David because you guys have made music together.
Yes, we have. And also, we have an amazing relationship, and a lot of people don't know. For some reason, I feel like the fans don't even know the artist. I feel like the fans are going around with a perception of the artist that they think they know so well. And 90% of the time is so wrong.
Because as a fan of the music, I can tell you this. When I saw the album, you dropped the track list. I'm like, yo, you got Wiz on this album. And I'm like, yo, was it maybe a deal that for Wiz to be on this album, David had to take a seat back? You know, I was like, yo, I'm definitely going to ask Spinall that question when we have a conversation. Remember, yeah. It
wasn't a deal, to be honest. It's just, I think the problem was with timing. Because at the time I put out my album, Grace, David had just dropped his new album. And with these record labels, they'll be like, oh, once you release your album, you can't go out. Shut it down. nothing goes out. Nothing goes out. We need clear 6 months of our clear streams. We need to know where we don't want to share no attention with no other records apart from all the records on this album. So that was the reason why David couldn't make the album. And there's no other reason. Davido is a great guy.
Sure.
It's one of them guys who, once I hit him up that I want to work, despite how busy he is, he's gonna clear his schedule and be like, yeah, let's get in. Let's do it. We've made so many records that are yet to be released. It's not just one. It surprises me every time I hear him up. He's ready to go. He acts like he's hungry. He's excited. He's such a positive person, man. And a lot of artists have a lot to learn from him as well.
Yeah. With this album, how many videos are you hoping to put out?
We've put out This Love.
Yeah.
We've put out the record with Cranium, Every Time. We've put out the record. We just put out the record with Fireboy today on YouTube. Definitely expect the video for Pure Water Ninyola World. Definitely expect the video for. This is exclusive, by the way.
Give me.
Expect a video for a song called Jabole featuring Oxlade and YC.
Nice.
Also expect a video for a song called Energy. Energy is a sick record. I produced that.
Yeah.
It's featuring a guy called Means. It's a new guy nobody's ever heard of, and he's been doing music for a while in Nigeria.
Nice.
It's called Means, and a new guy, a new sensation called Bella Shmoda.
All right. Sounds crazy, man. And before I let you go, I've always wanted to ask you this. You got an alias Top Boy, and then it's Spinall. Would you ever drop a project as just Top Boy?
I might,
Yeah.
I might. But really and truly, the Top Boy being the alter ego for Spinall,
Yeah.
it's more of a lifestyle brand for me.
Okay.
It's the guy with the bling. Do you get? It's
Yeah.
the guy with the Gucci. It's the guy with the Rolex.
Issue.
Despite the odds, is willing to break through. So Top Boy is not just about lifestyle, but also about a state of mind, about an hustler, someone who never gives up, who is pushing, who wants to see themselves at the next level. So I feel like being DJ Spinall, we had to create Top Boy because being DJ Spinall, people just think of DJ, that DJ that is on stage, shutting it down, making music. But you see, when it comes to Top Boy, it's the music, it's the brand, it's the lifestyle, it's the hustle, just two separate entities, but still in one body.
Yeah. Do you think there's gigs who would let you in without the shades and the hat? When you pull up without the hat and the shades, do you think their promoters will be like, this is Spinall? Like, nah, it's not Spinall.
Nah, they're not gonna pay. Trust me. They're not gonna pay.
It has
they
to
don't
have.
see the hats.
Yeah.
They don't see the shades.
Yeah.
Hell nah, man. Spinall, what's wrong with you, bro? Go get the hats, bro.
Huh? Yo, man, it's always great chatting to you, bro. Like, it's always amazing chatting to you. I always appreciate the honesty. I always appreciate the fact that you're always willing to share what's top of mind, because I think that's the truth that lets the fans understand and the artists understand that, yo, this is where Spinall is mentally. Because people always want to give the right PR answers. I'm like, but we don't shape the narrative with all that kind of shit, man. Like,
we don't do
speak
that.
your truth. Yeah, we don't do that here, man. So appreciate you, bro. Congratulations for the album, man.
Thank you so much, my bro. Thank you so much. I can't wait to be back out there, man.
Yo, man, pull up. Let's shisanyama when you're here, man, and let's just chill.
I know, that will be fun, man. I can't wait.
Nice
I'll
one,
go
dog.
welcome the visa. Once I get them, I'll heart you.
Holla at me, man. Thank you very much once again, bro. Great chat.
Thank you. Have a nice day, my G.
You too, my G. DJ Spinall one time.